We are. Hey, everybody. Prepper Nurse One here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope everybody is doing well. Rough day. I got to tell you, rough day. But anyway, before we jump into anything, I just want to remind everybody this is a very family friendly oriented channel. I would ask everybody to please be decent in the chat. No racism, no nastiness. And, you know, everybody please be kind. And if you can't do that, then those awesome people lit up in blue with the blue wrenches are going to boot you out of here because we're not going to have it, not going to tolerate it or anything like that. Hold on a second. All right. All right. So, as you see, I have here and here, I'm still dealing with poison ivy. It is getting a little bit better. It's definitely not as swollen, which is good. But yeah, I'm not itching it. I'm not itching it. It's just the I have hydrogen peroxide. I'm sorry, no, baking soda and white vinegar, baking soda and white vinegar, and so the little flakes will fall off. So that's what had happened over my eye was it fell off. So anyway, that's what I'm dealing with that. So my eye it looks pretty swollen. It's not as swollen as it was this morning, but yeah, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun. Nope. Just so up here, Billy the Kid Norwood. It's not any. I had a little bit like right here on my arm here, but that one is not even close. Is you know anything else? So that is yeah. I was funny. I was thinking earlier, and some of you will get this reference with having the white powder on my face and all flaky and looking a mess. I feel like Boy George tonight. Do you remember him when he was in the height of his heroin addiction? And he had the makeup on and it looked just a mess with the white makeup. That's why I said I feel like I'm Boy George with the makeup falling off everywhere. So I know I have a very twisted sense of humor. I have told you guys this. I have warned you. So weird things pop into my head, and so let me just hold on 1 second here. I want to kill the volume on this. So all right. So everybody, and we're going to get into. We're going to actually bounce around a couple different things because we had another train derailment, and so we're going to talk about that a little bit as well. And yeah, Culture Club for the win. I'm a chameleon. Sorry, had to do it. Had to do it. You made me. It's your fault. Just remember that. Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry? And when he would sing that, I would go, yes. Yes, I do really want to hurt you. All right, that's enough of that. So, anyway, so that's all my singing. I'm hoping that's all my singing I do tonight. But anyway, we had 224 already in the chat. We got 72 in the thumbs up. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, please do so to show support for the channel, and I do appreciate that. Uh, and also, again, it really does make a big difference with the algorithm. So the more interaction, the better for the channel. So I thank you for that reason as well. Also, again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, yeah, taking song request. I think it's pretty much all I got from Culture Club. I don't really remember any other ones. Those were like the big popular ones. So that's what I remember from back in the day. I'll never forget. I will never forget the first time I saw, Culture Club, and I was looking. I'm like, is that a dude or is that a chick? It was kind of like, okay, I think it's a dude, but I'm not 100% sure. And then, when they said his name was Boy George, then he went, okay. So, but he was British, so I guess there you go. I don't know. Anyway, we got enough weird ones here in the U.S. too, so don't you all fret, my British friends that are watching. Don't quit my day job. Yeah, singing is really not my forte. So it's a crying game hour. Oh my God, that's too funny. That was actually a good movie as well. If you guys watch that movie with Forrest Whitaker, very good movie. That one I would highly recommend that. highly recommend that. All right, so well, so this morning, and if you guys watched the earlier video, quite a few people did. Mr. Buddy and had gotten a fight with Stella, and I guess they went tumbling down the stairs, and apparently he either broke his back or something. I mean, he unable to use his back legs at all. He was a mess, and so Beck or Heather had called me. When you get a phone call, now my sleep schedule's a mess anyway. So especially like this actually has really tired me out. So I've been, sleeping quite a bit, but I happen to be up. And so when the phone rang, I'm like, this can't be good at 3:30, quarter to 4 in the morning. And I'll tell you what, Buddy was a special cat. He was such a good cat. And so when she told me what had happened, I was like, oh yeah, that's not good. And so so it's kind in one way. I got to tell you the one humorous part of it. So she's looking and she goes, I think his tail is gone too. I go, what do you mean his tail is gone? She goes, it looks like his tail's gone. And then she goes, oh no, wait a minute, no, he's just lying on his tail. And I'm like, how did he lose his tail in the house in a cat fight? So, but anyway, landed wrong, obviously, messed himself up badly, and so they ended up putting him down. I will not describe the manner of which the cat was put down because I don't need a-holes calling the police again and then sending them back to my house again. They can't arrest me this time, so sorry, had to do that. But anyway, yeah, hell is fine, or Stella is fine. Stella is fine. But anyway, Buddy was put down. That's all I will say. How it was done, the manner it was done, is none of nobody's business, and there you go. So, but he's not suffering anymore, which is good because he was in extremely a great amount of pain, and so, but anyway, it just it was rough. It was rough, and yeah, I have an alibi this time. No, the alibi Viking prepper is this: if the cops show up at your house for any reason and want to ask you questions, or they're doing an investigation, you tell them I have nothing to say and get off my property. Very simple, very easy. Yeah, don't give them any ammunition which they can use to jam you up. Very simple. Are you arresting me? No, then get off my property. I have nothing to say to you. If they are going to arrest you, the only words you say is, I want to talk to a lawyer. Period. End of story. That's it. So, but anyway, sadly, Buddy is gone. Great cat. I really like that cat. You know, and he had gotten so good. Strange cat, liked to drink out of the sink. If you went towards the bathroom, he was going in there because he wanted sink water. But you know, that's yeah, it's so that part was very tough. Um, but I'll miss that cat. I will miss that. And no, it was not Max, my orange cat. It was Buddy, the great big cat that we had. So, but Troy Sutton, greetings, y'all from West Virginia. The train wreck was about 5 miles from my house. Yes, okay, so let's talk about that a little bit. Okay. Yeah, you wanted European water. That's funny. Another train derailment down here. Now, what they're saying as far as the train derailment down here, a boulder in the tracks. Now, very possible. Very possible. If you've seen the way that they have to cut through everything down here and everything is bedrock, and so that could have absolutely been the case. Um, there's a lot of coal that moves through that area, and so it was you know seeing that I'm like going, and that was fairly close to me as well. So the guy that said he was 5 miles away. Yeah, I'm in that neighbor, not that close, but it was down here where I'm at, and yeah, it just, and then there was another one in Oklahoma. I think there was another derailment. I mean, there's been like all of a sudden this rash of derailments, and it is. I find it interesting. Yeah, Buddy will be waiting in Valhalla for me. Yep, he sure will, Sharon. Yep, he will. He will sit on my lap once again in Valhalla. Absolutely. But so anyhow, that is. There's something going on. Either it is, yeah, a lot of collisions, a lot of derailments. Very odd. Angela Fleming just said, and that's my take on it too. Um, Hillbilly said thousands of derailments happen every year. I don't know about thousands. Could be. You figure running every day, mistakes are going to be made, accidents are going to happen. But it just seems like all of a sudden there is a rash of them all at once. So yeah, is the infrastructure crap? Right. That's another good question. Is the infrastructure crap or is it intentional? Is it the lack of enough personnel, which is one of the things that the rail workers have complained about? They don't have enough people to handle what they need to do. But yeah, the cause that's because the news is focusing on them right now. Randy Romines says, yeah, well, Mountain Man, so 1,700 a year, 3 or 4 every day. Oh wow! See, now that I did not know. That I did not know. But oh my God, Chinese made train tracks. Oh my God, you had to go there. You had to go there. I'm not touching that one. I'm not touching that one. Yeah, all chemicals and petroleum related, not rail cars full of paper towels. Well, that's what I find interesting. I find that interesting. But there is, that is something that is obviously going on, going to continue to go on. But thankfully, the one that was down here was only like 3 cars, I think. So not a ton of damage being done and stuff like that. So, but chain gangs built a lot of the tracks back in the day. Well, if you go out west, it was a lot of the Chinese. The Chinese did a lot of that work out west. So coming from California the other way, wherever they met, I can't remember exactly where they met in the middle, but I know that way it was a lot of Chinese workers, uh, you know, going through the mountains and doing all that type of stuff. Yeah, yeah, especially in the California area. Yep, exactly. Yep. So, but anyway, yeah, Hell on Wheels TV show. Yeah, exactly. That kind of highlighted a lot of that. You know, it highlighted a lot of that. One car was a diesel container spilling into the New River. Well, that's the thing is where these tracks are. They're right next to the river. They're right next to the river. So yeah, I didn't realize it was a diesel container. I knew that there had, like I said, I really didn't get a lot of details on that, but I just knew that that was close to where I'm at, and very very down in a valley though. That's where those tracks are. But so. Uh, oh yeah, yeah. A lot of hobos travel to trains. I think people still do that. To be honest with you, I still believe they still do that. But anyway, like I said, I'm not going to try to read in too much into it. And accidents do happen. Yes, they do. But guess what? Sabotage happens as well. And so, again, do you think that they're going to give us that information that there is? Guys, hold on one second, honey. I'm doing a live stream right now. Let me call you. No, you're fine. I'll call you when I'm done. Okay? Are you doing okay? Okay. All right. I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Okay. All right. Okay. Sounds good. All right. Bye. Okay, sorry guys, that's just Heather. I saw that pop up, so I did want to answer. Um, so anyway, but could there be sabotage involved? There absolutely could be. Not all these wrecks or accidents. That's just my opinion. Wouldn't shock me. Sabotage could be involved. It could be sabotage by the workers. You don't know. You know what I mean? Pissed off that they had to sign a contract that they didn't, or not sign, but had to take a contract that they did not want to take because of the government. So you just don't know. But also, I want to let you guys know, Jason will be in. His ETA is around 10 o'clock, so he should be in here tonight around 10 o'clock. And so I told him, I said, well, when you get in here, we'll have a beer. And he was like, sounds good. But yeah, it's so funny. The weather wise, we've had such mild weather. And, like even this week, it's been pretty dry. And, tomorrow's going to be okay. And then Friday's supposed to be rainy. Saturday's going to be okay. So we should have a good day Saturday when everybody's here. And then on Sunday, the rains are not coming until the afternoons. So you know what? I'll ask him if he wants to join me on Friday for the live stream. I can ask him if he wants to. He's more than welcome to, and we'll see if he wants to. But yeah, I mean, if he wants to, I'll have him sit in with me here, and we'll do it together. So that would be fun. That absolutely would be fun. But Heather's doing okay. No, Heather's doing okay. But you know, Lady Gaga. Oh my God, that's too funny. Okay, so now you got one more time. I got to do it now, Lady Gaga. My poker face. Okay, that's all I got with her. Sorry. Uh, I don't really know a lot of her songs. Eddie's doing good. Real Freedom, thank you for asking. No, he's doing very well. Um, Free Hawk, oh my God, please. Come on, that's kind of funny. So, yeah, he's actually done. He did a live stream with me before in the camper. What was it, last year? Last year when he came up, he did a live stream with me. I got more crap in here now. I'll just have to move everything. But oh, TLC, yes. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the streams that you're used to. I think that's about all I got with that one too. So you see, you've done this to yourselves. You have to stop. Yeah, Left Eye Lopez, and it's under the left eye. So there you go. I'm scaring the cats. Hey, I never said I was a good singer. I did not. I will sing, but I never said I was a good singer. Oh my God. So, oh my God, that's too funny. All right. How about some Village People? No. YMCA. Okay, that's all. That's it. That's it. Stop. No more requests. Uh, but anyway, Village People. It's fun to stay at the. All right, that's all we got. Yeah, dinner and a show. Oh my God. Viking Prepper says, please, no more. I will tell you a funny story real quick. So I had Freya, my German Shepherd that I had, and uh, Udo Dirkschneider from Accept, if you guys remember that band. Okay. If some of you may, heavy metal band back in the day. And terrible voice. Absolutely horrible voice. But I liked their stuff. I actually saw them in concert when I was down in North Carolina. And there's a song that he does where he actually like talks in part of the song. He goes, oh God, I'm trying to remember how the lyrics go right anymore. Stand up, men, all over the world. Let's plug a bomb in everyone's A. They don't keep us alive. You have to fight for the right. Build a wall with the bodies of the dead. So anyway, that's the song. But that's how this and he like talks when he sings that part. Okay. Well, the song was on in the background, and I was like doing that to my German Shepherd. Okay. And I'm like, stand up, men, all over the world, and doing that to the dog. Well, she crapped herself. So I guess I did it enough that, you know, I did it enough that I scared the crap out of my own dog. So that, yeah. Anyway, so that's it. No more singing. No more singing. I can't do that to you anymore. People are leaving in droves, screaming, covering their ears. How are you keeping those solar panels clean from pollen? Mine are covered and need to be cleaned daily. You know what? They're actually in doing really good shape. I haven't had any issues with pollen with the panels at all. But they just found coins with Odin's name from 400 years, 400 in Europe, from the year 400. Oh, wow. In Europe? Okay, cool. Very, very cool. That's awesome. That is awesome. So, yeah, the wind down here is pretty heavy duty. Uh, it's a pretty heavy duty wind we got down there, so it probably doesn't allow for the pollen to stick to anything. But anyway, let's talk about the southern border, right? That's what I actually initially intended to talk about, and then we've got off on you've made me sing and everything else. Yeah, I heard it blows. It does very good too. So I like to feel the wind in my hair. Um, anyway, no dancing. There's only so much I can shock you guys with at any one time, and that's pretty much it, right? Oh my god. But anyhow, let me. So we just had four Americans had gone down to Mexico to have for a surgery. I guess it's cheaper. Imagine that. It's cheaper to go down to Mexico to have surgeries done than having them done here in the United States. Well, they were mistaken. There's some cartels that are in the midst of fighting for territory down there, and two of them ended up being killed. Two ended up being captured. It really, yeah, medical tourism, exactly. And I know that a lot of people go down to Mexico to, get drugs, prescription drugs and stuff like that. I know that happens quite a bit because it's just so much cheaper. It's ridiculous what is we are charged here in the United States for our prescriptions. All right. Um, I, if you guys don't know already, if you haven't watched the channel at all in any way, shape, or form, I am not a big fan of big pharma. Now, do they serve a purpose to a degree? Yes, they do. Okay. But there is a lot of control, a lot of pressure put on doctors by big pharma, a lot of incentives by big pharma for doctors to push certain medications, where they are given like rewards and trips and whatever if they you know do these different things for big pharma. I mean, that's an ongoing thing. That's not anything that's misinformation at all. There's incentives. They're incentivized. The doctors are by big pharma. Okay, is that right or wrong? It's not my place to say. You would hope that a lot of these doctors would have a moral compass that if they had any, if they had, I don't even know how to say it the right way, if they wouldn't sell out, I guess. Obviously, we have seen in the past with the Oxycontin what happened with that. That even though things were questionable, it was still pushed. And their integrity. Thank you very much. I can prep too. I like that. I like that integrity. Integrity is a very good word in that situation. it's tough. And the right values exactly. Yep. But there's a lot of money to be made, and doctors are human beings like anybody else, and they like making money. I mean, it's a good career, but they come out of college ridiculously in debt. And even if they're making really good money, they still got to go through an internship for a while where they're really not making a ton of money then. Once they go into a private practice in those type of things, obviously there's more money in it then, depending on what they're doing. You know, it is the situation in Mexico is tough. Now I've been in Mexico, I say several, couple times. I've been in Puerto Vallarta many, many, many years ago with my first wife. We did a timeshare exchange and went to Puerto Vallarta. It was a blast. We were told then, and that was what in the '90s. We were told then, stay, you know, close to town. Don't wander off. Stay with your groups. Do group activities. If you're doing tours and stuff like that, don't go off on your own. And so, we didn't. We had. I mean, it was a hotel had. They had everything and anything that you wanted to do. We went on an ocean boat cruise and and those type of things. It was wonderful. The service down there, I got to tell you, the Mexican people down there were absolutely amazing. It was so much fun. I had a great time down there. And then I've been to Tijuana. Now Tijuana is a whole different kettle of fish. My buddy was stationed down in San Diego. He was a submariner, and he took us to Tijuana. And to get into Tijuana back then, and I don't know what it's like anymore, okay, but back then, to get into Tijuana, you went through a turnstile. That's it. Went through this turnstile, and boom, you're in Tijuana. You're in Mexico. Now coming back, you had to go through, border security and all kinds of stuff. So here I'm coming back. Of course, I got my velvet painting. I have my Mexican blanket. A couple other things that we had bought when we were down there. That was a trip. But yeah, it was. You could get into trouble in Tijuana really easily. We went in the daytime. We did not go at night. But you had everybody's like 5 foot tall trying to sell you chiclets. It's crazy. It's like nothing I've ever experienced before. Now that when I went to Tijuana was back in '88, so that's how long ago that was. My sister and I had gone down together, and but yeah, it was definitely very interesting. So like we literally walked across the border, went to a turnstile, and we were in Mexico, and then you had to go through the whole customs things on the way back, and but anyway, so it. My daughter went to Mexico in 2020. They got there, and the next day locked everything down. Wasted trip, nothing to do. Sat in a motel room, wasted money. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that's no fun. But anyway, yeah, it's just there was danger back then going down there and doing things down there. There's danger now of going down there, and there's all kinds of issues. We've had issues with the border for a very long time. And if you guys remember, I'm trying to remember what they called it, where our own government sold guns to the cartel. Remember that? I remember it because one of those guns that was sold to the cartel was used to kill a border guard. If you guys remember that one as well, okay. I mean, there is my friend's brother who was in the Navy took me to a brothel, cost me $40. Oh my God, that's too funny. Yeah, we didn't. We weren't doing anything like that. I was staying away from all of that kind of stuff. But I moved to San Diego in '87. Was there in '88. What a beautiful city. Oh, well, you know what the thing that I remember, Kathy, the most about San Diego, and I will, and this is again, this is back in '88. I was out for a walk because I like to walk and do those type of things, and I was still pretty young, And I was going by a Jack in the Box, and the cops were carrying Uzi submachine guns. That's what I never forget that. I'm like, what in the heck is going on here? Why are these cops carrying, Uzi submachine guns? And then when I got back from my walk, I remember my uncle telling me, he goes, "Where'd you go?" And I said, "Oh, I just went for a walk." He goes, "Man, you can't do that down here." I go, "What are you talking about?" He said, "Well, hold on. I got right on my eye here. It's driving me crazy. Hold on. It's right on my lid. All right, that's better." Um, he said, I'm not scratching. I'm just getting some of the others. The poison ivy is more up here, and this stuff was on my lid. So anyway, um, he was like, with the Crips and the Bloods, he said, you got to be really careful. He goes, you might get mistaken, for being a gangbanger and you can get shot. And I was just like, you got to be kidding me. So quit touching it. Hey, I'm not touching. It's here. Okay, I'm not. I was touching the eyelid. So, but cooked oatmeal does work as well. But I will tell you, I've done it with oatmeal before and packed it, and yes, that helps. You don't even have to cook it. You just soak the oatmeal in water and you make it like a paste, and then you put the oatmeal on there directly, and that does help as well. This actually seems to be, in my opinion, better with the baking soda and white vinegar. So, but yeah, but anyway, so yeah, it's. Are you on prednisone? No, I'm not taking anything. No medications. Just I'm like washing my face a couple times a day. Then I'm using rubbing alcohol on it to help dry it out, and then putting this paste on, and it really has helped. So really, really has helped. But anyway, there's a lot of issues down there. Our own government is definitely had a hand in it in the past. Who knows what's going on now? There's a lot of corruption at the southern border. If you guys remember when they had the formation for the Marine Corps, and they ended up arresting a whole bunch of soldiers because they were, involved in illegally transporting, uh, you know, people in, with getting paid to look the other way while people were. Who diagnosed you to have poison ivy? It was who diagnosed. I know what poison ivy is, and I know when I have poison ivy. I don't need to be diagnosed by anybody. You get it and you take care of it. End of story. So, how about I'm self-diagnosing? How's that? Is that okay with you? Yeah, I've used calamine lotion works to a point. Yeah. So, yeah, being you got to understand, guys. We as nurses, we figure out what's going on. We take care of it. We don't go to the doctor. You know, I don't go to the doctor. So, yeah, who diagnosed it? Oh my God, Doctor Ed. Doctor Ed diagnosed it. Too funny. No, it's if I thought there was an issue or there was a concern, I would go and get medical treatment. Okay, there's not. Um, you know, does it suck? It sure does. But it was worse 2 days ago. It was worse yesterday. It's better today. So it's just going to take a little bit of time. And so, it's severe swelling will require antibiotics. No, no, it doesn't, Billy the Kid. No, it doesn't. No. And I am a nurse too, and I second your self diagnosis. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate that. I know Lady Kicks is also a nurse as well. You have to, anybody that's not a nurse is never going to understand this. We make the worst patients. We're the worst patients in the world because you can't BS us. We know what the deal is. We know what our rights are. Okay. And so, it's just, we want to get things taken care of and we want to get on about our business, and that's it. That's it. I'm telling you right now, the worst possible place that you could be if you're sick, if you have a problem, the worst possible place that you could be is in a hospital. They are a petri dish. There's all kinds of crap going on in hospitals. And so that's, if you have to go in, obviously, and have a surgery or whatever the case may be, you do what you have to do. But you need to get out as soon as you possibly can. That's another thing that, yeah, we self diagnose and self medicate. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, there's a bunch of sick people in there. Exactly. Why would you want to be around that? Oh my God, that's too funny. Goats eat everything. Yeah, no, I like goats. I definitely I definitely plan on having goats down here eventually, and believe me, I'll set them loose and let them go nuts. But yeah, so anyway, going back real quick, and I just want to touch on this one more time. We had Buddy for more than 10 years, and just an amazing cat, just an amazing cat. He will be missed. He absolutely will be missed. So uh, it that was tough to hear, and I could hear him, crying through the phone when she called me, and that was really tough to hear, you know. But yeah, overuse of antibiotics actually has MRSA running around everywhere in certain percentage of the population, but every hospital is coded down with it. I don't know about that, but it's not good, and there's a lot of issues, with that. I like I said, I like to be home, and if I am sick, that's where I want to be. I don't want to be out, with a whole bunch of people. I would rather curl up in a ball, go to sleep, try to get better, and that's what I've basically done here the last couple of days. Um, I will tell you this: getting the poison ivy and your body is fighting it. It really does tire you out. So I've been doing a lot of sleeping. I'm not gonna lie. Um, and so I'm just it's I got it, like I said, a little bit on here, which isn't bad at all, and that's not weepy or it's not a big spot. It's just a small spot. So I've been taking care of that as well. The biggest spot is right here under my left eye. Okay, and then of course I have it up above my eyelid on my right eye. It sucks. It's not fun, but it is what it is, and it's just it's part of what happens. But anyway, yeah, I do. I will tell you what I know. Like Miss Hella, she will be 3 in August. I think it's August, and she'll be right around that, right? Maybe July, something like that. Because I know we got her. God, I don't even remember, but I know it was like three. Oh, it'll be 3 years this year that I've had her, and but I know that like how I feel about that dog. I love my cats too, but I haven't been there. You know what I mean? I've been down here, and last year, kind of, when I was home, the cats were like, "Oh, you're here, cool," and then then I'd be gone for 3 weeks, and now I've been gone since November, and it's a little bit tougher. So that I feel horrible about the cat, but there's really nothing you can do. Doctor is the last places nurses goes. Exactly. Yep. It's the last. Yeah, we just. I think I told you guys the story. I had to go see my doctor back in New York many years ago, and I had called up, and I knew they had moved the practice. They had moved to a new location, and so I called the office, and I said, "Yeah, I need to make an appointment to see the doctor, whatever." And they're like, "Oh, okay." I said, "Well," I said, "I know that you guys moved the practice," and I said, "It's been a while since I've been there." I said, where did you guys, where did you go to? She goes, "We moved to practice 3 years ago." So I mean, it had been, and it would have been a lot longer than before then that I had gone. I just don't go to the doctor. I mean, it's like, Right now, I don't even have a doctor. I don't go anyway, so why have one? Something goes wrong, I'll go and take care of it. So that's kind of where I'm at. Uh, yeah, if you overdo it, guys. Yeah, Ma Bear says agree. Us nurses self-diagnose all the time. Oh yeah. Now I will tell you what nurses will also do. If you come to us, okay, and you say, "Hey, these are my symptoms. What do you think?" Generally, the first thing we're going to tell you as a nurse is we're going to say, "Go see your doctor." Okay, but it could be. I'm not telling you it is, but it could be this or it could be that. But the best thing you can do, we will always tell people, is go to a doctor because we are not doctors. We do not do diagnosis like that, but we do have, that tendency to self-diagnose, and that's going to happen. That's not going to change. See, here's the reality: in a true SHTF situation, guys, I'm not a nurse anymore. Okay, I'm the doctor now because in reality, when that time comes, we're the ones with the skills, in those type of things. Hey, Pam B, thank you very much for the donation. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. We're the ones that are, we have a certain skill set and we take care of people. That's what we do. And there's going to be a lot of people that are going to need a lot of help in an SHTF situation. And guess what? They're not going to care. It's just like if somebody was like, okay, The Walking Dead, right? He was a veterinarian. Did they give a crap that he was a veterinarian? No, he was a doctor, right? So as a nurse, we have a certain level of skill set. We're not afraid to get our hands dirty. We know what we're doing. So those things make a difference as well. And so that's why that goes the way that it does. So, but in a true SHTF situation, I will no longer be a nurse. I will be the doctor. And luckily for me, there's other nurses in the group, so we can work together. We will coordinate. We will figure things out. So, yep, some are healers no matter what their profession. Exactly. Exactly. Depends on the relationship with said nurse. For example, when my daughter badly stubbed her toe at dance, one of the other moms followed up and checked for infection as the thumbnail came off. And there's nothing wrong with that. No, that's very kind of her, you know. But yeah, being a vet is tough. Your patient can't tell you where it hurts. They can to in certain ways. They can let you know. But anyway, like I said, right now we are not in a true SHTF situation. We are in a slow spiral decline. I guess would be what I would call it. You know, um, I had a discussion recently with somebody, and I'm not going to say who, and they were like, we're in this decline, and it sucks to watch. And in one way, I wish it would just happen and get over with. And I go, I understand that, and I understand that thinking. I truly do. Um, but at the same time, the other part of me, the rational part of me, says I need more time. I got to have more time. So, but that is something that that's going to take. It's going to happen when it's going to happen, and when it happens, we're going to have to deal with it at that point. That's the bottom line. Okay, but I understand. Like, okay, let's just get it over with and get it going because it's coming. I believe it's coming. I believe it's a matter of time. But to watch the slow spiral and the things that are happening, and it's tough to watch. And like I said, but then again, at the same time, I go, okay, well, if I get XYZ amount of time, it's going to put us in a better position to be able to deal with things, just like getting the well in. getting the well in is going to help. That's going to make a big difference here. And so, uh, give you an update on that. I don't think I gave an update earlier today. They are at 325 feet. They're not going to dig any deeper. Okay. They had hit water. What? It's still only producing 20 gallons an hour. Okay. So they dug quite a bit further down, so that can be used as like a reservoir. And so I can I'm going to be able to pull. Yep, they went 325 feet. So I'm going to be able to pull out, if I did it all at once, probably about 240, 250 gallons at a time in that range. And then it will take, depending, you figure 20 gallons an hour to recoup that. You're looking at, 14, 15 hours to recoup that. So, you know, basically, if you have decent weather, once a day, you know, it can, you can get pump water into a storage tank, a holding tank, and that's how we're going to end up having to do it. But it is what it is. Would I have liked to have gone down and hit a reservoir and done that? And great, fantastic. But yeah, the 275 gallon tote, we could fill that up. We could do that like once a day. You know, drilled on the wrong spot. Well, that's where the dowser said there would be water. So what do I have no control over it. I live in the mountains. You put a hole down, you see what you find, and you see what you can get. But unfortunately, we did hit water. Not as like I would have hoped, but yeah. So we're gonna need a 200. Yep, 220 pump. Yep. So that is. Yeah, we're going to definitely need that. So I've already talked to him. They're going to put that pump in. It's something that we can run off a generator. So, that is what we're going to do. So we did a water witch. Yes, we did. We had the dowser come in and do that. Oh yeah, it's egg count time. Okay, JJ, I'm with you. I got you. I was actually looking at it a little while ago, going, yeah, I got to do the egg count, and then I started answering comments and see how that goes. But anyway. It could Okie Forge. We'll see what happens. Oh, it's poison ivy, poison ivy, poison oak, one of the two. So that's what's going on with my face. All right, let us do. Ed, are you worried about using that antifreeze tank for water? If I clean it out properly, I'm not going to be drinking the water out of that one. Okay, so I would be using that one for washing dishes. So that's not a problem. So you guys are guessing already. I haven't even said it yet. So stop guessing because I haven't said it yet, or I didn't say it yet. I'm not counting any of these, just so you know. So congratulations. All your guesses mean squadouche. All right. All right. Now, let's do it now. I'm sorry. My fault. I should have stuck with it. Okay. What is the egg count? And yes or no for thick neck? Okay, there we go. All right, I'll give you guys a minute to get your guesses. I know I'm too easily distracted. I'll even get ready for this for later. Try to be more organized. So I'll give you guys a moment more to get your guesses up there. All right. If you had the same exact guess, is paddling one with 6 eggs today and no thick neck, then you are 100% correct. So congratulations, paddling one. You are the winner. You've won absolutely nothing. So congratulations on that. Yeah, they're doing better. They're doing better. I don't know. I don't remember if I did a video. I don't think I did a video when he was dowsing. I don't believe that I did. I think I was going to, and then it just never ended up happening. And I don't think he wanted to be on video. So I always ask everybody, are you okay? Like with the guys digging a well, are you okay with being on video? And they were like, yeah, we don't care. So, but where's the kids? Well, Heather is living at the property in New York, and Eddie has been living with mom for the last 3 years now. When he turned 18, he wanted to go live with mom, and so that is where he is living. So, yep. So that's where they are at. I would love to get Heather down here, and but she's living her life and doing her thing, and she's doing well. And so I know she's got a roof over her head in New York. She doesn't have to move anywhere, and she's going to be okay. We also have a 240-volt deep well. Ours is 267 feet. You're welcome, and nice to meet you from Florida. Oh, nice to meet you as well. Yeah, it's it is what it is. Your mom doesn't live at the property. No, mom moved out. Her and Becky kind of had a falling out, and so mom moved into a senior high rise, and my niece lives in that town, so she, lets mom have her car once a week, and then mom's doing okay though. She's happy. I talk to mom all the time, and she's doing okay. Uh, what do we got? I didn't know your mom moved out. Oh yeah, she mom moved out a while ago. Before I kind of came down here, Becky and Mom had, I can't say it's a falling out because they still talk, they still get together. But when you put two women under the same roof, and it's mother and daughter, there's going to be conflicts, you know. And what are you going to do? I mean, it's, you know, they were not happy. I mean, their beds were 4 feet apart. So, they needed their own space. Exactly. Hey, Troy, thank you very much for the donation. I appreciate that. Very nice of you. Thank you very much. So, Becky still lives on the property. Yep. So Becky's on the property. Heather's on the property. Becky's boyfriend's there quite a bit as well. And, but no, mom didn't mind living out there. She liked living out there. It's just that, they were up each other's butts 24/7. And, they, it happens. I mean, it's not, I'm not saying it's this one's fault or it's that one's fault. It's just, it is what it is. So they had their issues, and so they ended up heading their separate ways, and that's okay, you know. But I know mom misses the quiet. She doesn't like that. She's all the noise that she's got to deal with now. Will the drillers finish the well with a pump and a well house? We will be building the well house ourselves, but they're going to be back here tomorrow to put in the piping into the shaft all the way down, and then they're also going to be putting the pump on and having that all set up. You know, Yeah, fix it up so mom can drive the Labatt semi. I actually found a place down here, folks. I got to tell you, and I'll show you. There is actually I got one over here. So there is one store, and it's a convenience store that has a Labatt's Blue, right? I tried drinking the other crap they got down here. I can't do it, guys. Budweiser, it's disgusting. I can't drink it. I think it's gross. I don't know how anybody can drink it. Um, they do a lot of Michelob Light down here. I can drink it, not my favorite. I love my Labatt's Blue. All right. So I'm picking this up down here. Now this is a 24-ounce can, so it's like two beers in one. Okay. I'm picking that up down here for $1.29 a can. $1.29 a can, okay, for basically two beers. Steve likes Labatt's Ice, Okay, they have Labatt's Ice as well there. He's paying $1.09 for a 24 ounce can. Um, so, you know, I'm like, holy crap! So I'm getting it fairly cheaply. So I'm very happy with that. So, uh, I go to this one store and like where I got like I think I got like five of them in the fridge, and I got the other two down here. But yeah, I can't drink garbage beer. Once you drink good beer, you can't drink cheap beer. You know, yeah, the beer is cheaper than a bottle of water. Exactly. How crazy is that, right? I have had Foster's. Foster's is a good beer as well. I used to drink Molson. I like Molson until I got a skunky batch, and it just really soured me on it after that. Heineken's okay. I like Heineken. Um, Boder. If you go up to Canada, you ever go to Canada, folks, and my Canadian people can reaffirm this. Boder is awesome beer, like Boder. So, but yeah, it's yeah, Budweiser's garbage, and I don't know what it is about the South. People in the South love the freaking Budweiser. So, Yailing is a good beer. Yep, I like that too. Coors is like liquid water. No, Coors is not a good beer. Yeah, Michelob Ultra, no, no, can't do it either. No, so, but yeah. Oh my God, Genesee is garbage as well. I don't know how anybody drinks Genesee beer, but yeah, I just so I like good beer. I like Canadian beer. I've been drinking that for a long, long time, and so you know, I do like Corona. I will tell you that I like Corona. That I can drink. I can so uh, got to have the lime though. Lime is nice with your Corona, but yeah, it's just there is a lot of crap out there though. There's a lot of crap. God. So I mean, if I had to, if it came down to it, I would drink Corona, but I would rather drink Blue. If I can get it, I'm going to drink it. So I, found the spot, and so I'm really, 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 really happy for that. I have a joke about Labatt, or I mean, not Labatt's, about Budweiser, but I can't say it on here because some people might be offended, and it wouldn't be family friendly. So I will definitely not tell it here. I have told it to the group; they've heard it down here, and but yeah. Anyway, but no, I like my Labatt's. So I found a place that I can get it. I'm gonna get it. That's the kind of beer I'm gonna get. So if I ever whenever I stop up there, I grab what they not what they have, but if they got it, I'll grab 3 4 cans. I mean, I'm not a big drinker, so it's not like I'm pounding through it or anything like that. But oh yeah, it's just yeah, it's for a 24 ounce can. I mean, you can't go wrong. Um, that's like the green tea. You know, this is 22 ounce can, and it's under $1. I mean, you can't beat that. I mean, I get it. I get these at Walmart for 88 cents a can, and it's I like my green tea. So again, way cheaper than a pop. Go buy a pop. They're ridiculously expensive. So, but yeah, that's where I'm at with that. So what are we at? 425 in the chat. We're at 247 on a thumbs up. Bad thumbs up day, man. So if you guys haven't shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to do that to show support for the channel, and I thank you ahead of time. Thank you very much. And also, it does make a big, big difference with the algorithms. So the more interaction we have, the better for the channel. So I thank you for that reason as well. Um, Also, again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. So, yeah, I like green tea. I mean, I drink a lot of water. I generally like this is the first green tea I've had today. So, and I won't finish the whole thing while doing a stream, so I'll continue to drink it afterwards. But Tim says I drink once or twice a month these days. I have kids. Had kids at 31 and had to grow up. Oh, yeah, I understand. Well, I had my twins at 36, Tim. So I get you. I get you. I get you. You know, it's funny. I had to laugh. Oh my God, I'm trying to think of the guy. Really famous. Lives in Romania. Just got arrested because the government hates him. And so, since the Romanian government, not saying that they're corrupt, but they arrested him. You know, God, what is that? Does you know what? You know what I'm talking about? Bald guy. Um, he's a YouTuber, and he made a point on video. Uh, God, what is his name? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Guy lives in Romania. He got arrested. They said he was sex trafficking women. Andrew Tate. Yes. Okay, Andrew Tate. So I listened to some of the stuff that Andrew Tate said, which just pisses people off. Um, pisses people off like crazy, right? And one of the things that he said, I was like, he's really not wrong. He's really not wrong. And what he was saying was that women, their peak is when they're younger. So their peak is when they're, 18 to like 21. That is where, they're at their peak. Is what he was saying for, people that are looking to hook up and put themselves in a good position to be in a position financially. That's what he was saying. He said men are in their peak at like 35 is what he said. He said because he talked about all these young guys from between the ages of like 22 to 28 that a lot of them were not getting, having sex because they're, the women are out there banging 20% of the guys that are, pretty boys and all that type of stuff. And then they're kept saying they can't get any good men, but they're only dating a certain type of men and stuff like that. Okay. And he said, but men, by the time they're like 35, they're settled into their career. They know what they want. They're more squared away. And he says, so that's their time to play. And he said, then these women want you to settle down at 35 when they're past their prime. It was just, he did this whole analogy. And some of it was I agreed with, and some of it I didn't. But I thought it was really, really interesting because, I know like when I met the kid's mom and we had the twins, I met her when I was 35. And, we had the twins when I was 36, right? Well, no, I met her at 35. I turned 36 in June, and then the twins came in October. So, but yeah, I'm at my peak now. I'll tell you what, I feel pretty good. For my age, I figure I'm not doing too bad. But anyway, he, you know, I was pretty squared away at that point. So, when I met, Amy and we got together and, we ended up getting married and stuff like that, she was 4 years younger than me. So it wasn't like I was with somebody a whole lot younger, but, I knew what I wanted. And I think that's my point. I think when you are 21, 22, 23, male or female, you really don't know what you want. You don't know what you're going to do with your life. You really, you may have some idea, but you really don't know. Um, you know, by the time I was 35, I was settled into my nursing career. I was, happy with what I was doing as far as, my path in life that way. And I wanted to get married and I wanted to have kids. And, you know, but yeah, it's interesting. The oversphere. Ed, just don't be blue pilled with women. It backfires always. Oh no, 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 no. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Thank you very much for the donation as well, and thank you for the statement. No, I'm going to tell you what. I would not be against being in a relationship with the right woman. I will be honest with you. I don't know if I would ever get married again. To be honest, just because I have done it twice. I'm used to being alone. I am. It doesn't bother me to be alone. I had like my one buddy. I mean, he got married again. you know, his wife passed away, and I think he's on his third marriage. And I mean, but he's one of those type of guys that has to be in a relationship. He has to be in a relationship, and I don't have to be in a relationship. I'm okay with being on my own. So, like I said, if it would really depend on the woman, and there's a lot of factors in it for me because I don't have to do it. That's the thing. I don't have to do it. I don't have to be in a relationship. I'm perfectly fine, doing what I'm doing. So, but my ex-husband married someone while still married to me. That's crazy. And what you need is a right woman for your situation. Yeah, I mean, it would have to be somebody that wants to live this lifestyle. You know, um, yeah, I do fall hard. You're right. No, I'm going to tell you. I will tell you guys right now. I am an all or nothing type of person. All or nothing. And I get involved with somebody, and they get all of me. And if it's done, then it's done, and they get nothing. I will tell you, I will always, and I don't care what anybody says. Don't matter, what your philosophy is on it or whatever. I will always love my ex-wife. I will always love Amy. Amy was the love of my life. No, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay, but I would never take her back because I know what I'm getting. And I know the problems that were, was there and stuff like that. So, um, you know, but she will always have a place in my heart. She's the mother of my children. So that is what it is. And oh God, look at the time. I am sorry, guys. I'm just rambling away here. But anyway, I am not against, if I met the right person, you know, seeing what happens. But I'm not like running around going, "Oh my God, I gotta have somebody." No, I don't. All right, man, we are really behind. I apologize. All right, shout outs. Icky Can up in Canada. I'm going to read these quick because we're like way past time. Angry Prepper, who will be here tonight. We have Alaska Prepper with Rudy. There's Alaska Granny. You have Sean James with the Sean James channel and My Self Reliance. Same guy, two different channels. There is Demcad, Corporal's Corner, Bjorn Hansen. You have 80K Man up in the Adirondacks. Bizarriza Jizza. There is Marfugal News with Adam and Dax out in Seattle. You have Magic Prepper in North Dakota. There is Wrangle Star, and that's Cody, a good guy. Definitely check him out. There is Red Poppy Ranch, Survival Lily. There's Kyle's Cabin with Kyle and Sierra up in Minnesota. Nice young couple up there. You have Bush Radical and Girl in the Woods, husband and wife team, two different channels. They split their time between Michigan and Alaska. You have Green Greg's, another good dude. There is Southern Prepper 1, Gray Man Prepping, St. Bernard Acres with Joe. You have Doug and Stacy, the Nomadic Movement out in Panama. There is the Green Dream Project, which is in Arizona. You have Camping with Steve Wallace. He's up in Alaska, or I'm sorry, up in Canada. Does stealth camping. There is Bush Doctor Survival. There is Monkey Works. You have the Needy Homesteader, Boss of the Swamp. There is Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project. Really like Diamond, really good guy, very, very smart. You have Patera with the Appalachian Homestead. There is City Prepper. You have Lumina Acres, Suspicious Observer, Bear Independent, The Uneducated Economist. There is Bushcraft Bear in the Canary Islands of Lipama. There is Mary Greeley News giving you all the updates with Yellowstone and everything that's going on with earthquakes and everything else. There is Adapt 2030. You have Malachi's Corner. There is Ice Age Farmer. You have Ryan Hall Y'all. If you're going to get your weather, guys, you got to get your weather from Ryan Hall Y'all. He's a really good guy, right on top of things. You have Russell Brand. I really like Russell Brand as well. Gives you the information, and that is, like I said, I think he's a good guy. Deep South Homestead. There is the Outsider, the Fit Farmer. You have Prep Rebel, Simple Life Reclaimed. There is Townsend's. You have the Prepared Mind, formerly of California, who is now no longer there. Somebody said he's in. I've heard Mississippi. I don't know exactly where he is. There is pinball preparedness, who is down in Tennessee. Oh man, hold on. Sorry. East. There is the economic ninja. I gotta hit this spot over here again. This is driving me a little crazy. And then last but not least, Little House Off Gritty. A lot of good channels, a lot of good information. I think that we should be supporting each other, and I think it's important that we do so. So, and I know there's many more that you guys like that you're putting in the comments, which is fine. I can only say so many, so that's why I stick with just the ones that I do. So let me go back real quick and just say this. I'm not going to say I would never. I've said before I'm never getting married again. I would be in a committed relationship with somebody. It would take somebody extremely, extremely special for me to get married again. I will put it that way. Okay. I really don't know if I want to do that again. I don't know if I told you guys this one. I absolutely shocked. My cousin, who was my age, he just got married again. And I was like, holy crap. I could not believe. I mean, because he has been. How about that cute waitress in town? Oh, yeah, she could be somebody that would. Yeah, she would be somebody if she really pushed for marriage. Then that might be one that I would say yes. You're talking about Sue. Sue is amazing, but there's one little problem. Paddling one, she is married, so until something happens to her husband, there's really not much I can do. So I do inquire about his health, though. No, she's an awesome lady, awesome lady. So, but yeah, I've told her straight out. I have told her straight out. I said, listen, if something ever happens to your husband, I'm gonna come down here. I'm gonna chase you all around this restaurant. I told I'm not real good at holding back. I generally just say it like it is. I think you guys know that, So, but she's an amazing person. She really, really is. And so, but anyway, so like I said, if never know what could happen. So it's hard to say never, but the chances as I get older get less and less. But now my cousin, like I just said, he just got married again after 21 years of being single. So I was like absolutely shocked that he got married. Absolutely shocked. I called him up and I'm like, holy crap, you know. So, but yeah, like I said, you can never say never, but the chances are highly unlikely. I guess is the right way to say that. My buddy Steve, that I've known for 25 years, he keeps telling me, "Oh, you're going to get married again. You're going to get married again." My wife says I can join your gang, but I have to be home by 9. That's actually funny. Yeah. What is that old saying? Happy wife, happy life. I don't like that. I don't like that saying because it shouldn't be just that way. It should be a compromise. There should be a compromise. If you weren't so picky, you would have lots of women. Oh, you're right. You are absolutely right. I'm not going to, you're not going to deny it. Yep. Becky is my sister, Janine. Becky is, she is 15 months younger than me, and Becky is my sister. Becky has met a really good guy, and you guys have seen him on video, and his name is Rick. And they actually plan on getting married next year. So no, I'm not. I haven't been seeing anybody for a while now. The one that you're probably thinking of is Becca, not Becky. Becky's my sister. Becca was the last girl that I was seeing, and so yep. But happy man, happy plan. I like that Pennsylvania granny. That's funny. But yeah, I had called up there. You know, never mind. I'll let that one go. I was going to tell you something that I had said, but I'm not. It's just a joke between the family. But Yeah, top three situations require witnesses: crime, accidents, and marriage. That's funny. That is funny. Anyway, guys, yeah, it's just, we just have to do what we have to do. Can't wait to see me in a tux at the wedding. Yeah, no tux. I haven't worn a tux at either one of my weddings. I have one suit. I think it's still up in New York. Actually, I know it's still up in New York. I have one suit. In that suit, I got married in it when I married the kid's mom. I've used that suit for a couple of funerals, and that's pretty much it. That's where I am not a suit guy. I am a jeans and t-shirt kind of guy. I always have been, and I always will be. So, anyway, okay, let's do this. We are legion. We are many. We are all over the country. We're all over the world. Where is everybody from tonight? Let's do that. God, this is driving me crazy right now. I'm gonna have to redo this. I so. All right, we have Ulster Park, New York, Franklin County, Ohio, New Mexico, Pennsylvania, Inverness, Florida, with Clyde, Waterloo, New York, Connecticut, Bumstead, Florida. Sorry, Frederick. Leesburg, Florida, with Joan. Edgewater, Florida, with Judy. Northeast Ohio, Houston, Texas, Lakeland, Florida, Tucson, Arizona, Virginia, Charlotte Beach, Florida, St. Louis, Missouri, BC, Canada, with Emil. Beautiful Pennsylvania Wilds, Ontario, Canada. We have up the UP of Michigan with Joel, St. Augustine, Florida, Fort Worth, Texas, Hill Valley, California, Hamilton, Ohio, East Central Illinois with Lana, West Virginia with Morning Light, BC, Canada with Janet, uh, Antigua, very nice, Greenlee County, Arizona, Missouri in the Ozarks. We got Iowa in the house, Nowhere, Oklahoma with Okie Forge, Troutman, North Carolina with Troy, Lerner, North Carolina with Philip, Southwest Oklahoma with Richard, Ontario, Canada with Country Girl, Birdsboro, Pennsylvania with Melissa, Central North Carolina, Port Jarvis, New York, Northern Virginia with Robert. We got the Bronx up in New York with Isaac, Timmins, Ontario with Carol. Let's see what else we got here. Montreal, Quebec, Canada with Daniel, Central Pennsylvania. So a lot of Canadians tonight and a lot of Floridians. So St. Augustine, Florida with Diane. So anyway, guys, we are all over the country. We're all over the world. We're an absolutely huge network of people. We got Melbourne, Florida with Andrea, Northeast Georgia with Charlie, Portland, Tennessee with Village Homestead. So, like I said, we're all over the place. We're all over the country. We're all over the world. We're a huge network of people. We are the ones that are awake. We are the ones that can make a difference. I think we should try to if we can. If you don't want to, it's obviously your call, but I think it's important that we should do something. Uh, anyway, God, this is driving me nuts tonight for whatever reason. I'm going to have to redo that because it just really drives me insane. Just above this here, you would think this would be the one that would be bothering me, but it's not. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, I want to thank my moderators who do a fantastic job keeping the chat clean. Appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome, ladies and gentlemen that moderate for me. Very much appreciated. Yeah, all in favor say aye. That's funny. Also, guys, I thank you guys for being here and being part of what we're doing. It really makes it's awesome, and I thank you for the support. We got Black Mountain, North Carolina. Very cool. So, but anyway, you know, we have to remember we truly are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that one out, we truly will be in much, much better shape. We have to stop letting them divide us. They use race, religion, political affiliation, the vax, the unvax. It happens all the time. We got to stop letting them do that. Also, remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really, really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from achieving your goal is you. That's it, nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right? I will see you all later. I hope everybody has a great night. Prepper Nurse One, out for now.